Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to a capsule selection. Welcome to the Dry Down. Today, we're going to dive into just a nice little autumnal list. You know, it's coming into the time where clubs and lounges are breaking out their kind of like their decor for the fall. Things are happening around us where the cooler weather is starting to show its essence. And a lot of times in this term and era of the season, it's about bringing about sexy fragrances. So I want to bring out some heat makers just to show you guys what's in my collection that are just tried and true fragrances that go out through the evening time, not just day wear. These are really basically going toward evening wear, very intensely, very intriguingly seductive fragrances. So if you're looking for a list of fragrances that really show what it is to have a flirtatious feel, allure, and seduction, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. These are fragrances that, you know, when you talk about going out in the city, you're walking about, going about the new hotels, the new hotel bars, the new lounges. We're talking about fragrances that fit that atmosphere, just club style fragrances, and some date night fragrances that really do become what we like to term the panty droppers. Just a very sensual fragrance that once a female smells it on your skin, she becomes more alluring because it becomes either edible, sexy, spicy, or just downright delectable for her to come into your atmosphere and your aura. So I got 10 fragrances here that are curated for that particular smelling of fragrances. So these are very unforgettable, basically. I also want to talk about one of the perfumers. I've talked about Jordi Fernandez. I've talked about Julian Rasquinet. I've talked about Cecile Zarokia. When it comes to fragrances and original compositions, there's one gentleman out here, Aoud Mizrahi Kashani, or Aoud Marathi Kashani. He is known to right now as going forward as one of the fragrance guys to go to make original art and creations for sexy, seductive fragrances. And when I say I got a couple on this list from this gentleman that are just fire breathers, wait to the end of the list to see the brand new one I got in my collections. I think it's going to be a head-turning stunner for me going forward in 2025. So first off, always, if this sounds like the type of content that you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm, of course, your host, Chris. Welcome to today's wonderful experiences. We're going to just dive right into a fall lineup of unforgettable, sexy, intriguingly seductive fragrances for men. They're just going to go off profoundly. I got some old, I got some new, I got some very, very new to my collection fragrances. So we're going to just dive right in and talk about how it is to have a fragrance like 1270 from the house of Frapin. This is a fragrance that's been around for years. It's one of those tried and true fragrances that I swear, man, once you get it on your skin, I know it's on your radar, get it on your skin. It's one of those fragrances that is just, it's a whiskey fueled fragrance that is just phenomenal. It's thick and rich fruits. It's one of the original, when we talk about best of boozy, it's one of the original fragrances that has that touch of cognac with a nice honey wrapped smoky wood scent profile that is just phenomenal. If you are into fragrances that are amongst the ones that have the best of boozy accords, like our favorite of Angel Shares, like our favorite of Oud, these fragrances have a sense of appeal and seduction about them, and this does not half step in that arena. 1270 is a smooth and effortlessly charismatic fragrance that you're going to love when you're going out to private lounges, after work affairs, dinner nights. This is a banger for you gentlemen, young and old, to have on your skin. It just smells phenomenal. It is not dated. It's actually one that if you smell anything new that's come to market, it has a very much so modernity feel to it that smells like it just came out yesterday. Sexy, whiskey, dried fruits, hazelnut, very much so rich in tonka. Just a sexy, sexy fragrance at a phenomenally great price point when it comes to niche perfumery. Frapin 1270 is a stunner. Get your nose on it. That is number 10 on the list. Couldn't go without putting it up there to let you guys know that this just sexy, sex appeal fragrance is out there for you guys to go get. A rich, seductive, cognac fueled, whiskey fueled fragrance. Get your nose on that. That's 1270 from the house of Frapin. Next up, we got a fragrance from Bond Number 9. Now, Bond Number 9 is a house and fragrance brand that I had a lot of coming into this. Sold a lot of them off. I still have 3 or 4 remaining in my collection. And one that is truly, truly one of those fragrances that I often rail against, admittedly so. But I have to keep this one in my collection for one specific reason. It is one that is truly called for me to wear as a mate to be on my collection and on my skin throughout the fall and winter. Now, it is a signature cacao, coffee, hazelnut fragrance with a lot of spice. It's a gourmand leaning fragrance with a touch of the juvenile, touch of the playfulness, I'll say. But it has a lot of a grown man swagger to it. So it's something I can wear that's appealing to others, accept that for what it is, and just wear it in all its seduction. I don't mind wearing something for others, especially if they call for it. And when they do have this one out in their mind and they tell me they want me to wear this one as my signature, enough said. It's one of those sweet, but also has a lot of flex to it. It is a very sensual leaning cacao, coffee, and hazelnut fragrance. If you've not gotten your nose on what it is to have I Love New York for All from the House of Bond number 9, I'm telling you what it is. Gourmand coffee, very much so in the espresso, sweet latte style. Cacao, very much so in the rich white chocolate. Then you have the spices, which really brings up a level of the atmosphere around the masculine touch of it. Very much so, even if you ask me about how it is about a juvenile feeling, it's more about the youthful than it is about a feminine touch to this one. Very sexy, very appealing. One, if you want to get your nose on a gourmand that leans very rich into the accords, they are spicy, sweet cacao coffee, this is one to get your nose on. Very much so a stunner. And when it gets called, baby, put that on, it's going on. Bond number 9, I Love New York for All. Next up on the list, we got a Roja Parfums that is very, very new to the collection. A month or so. It's one that has a very much so modernity appeal to it when it comes to a nice, fruity, tropical fruit touch that has a nice warmth to it. It has a nice floral touch to it. Ultimately, it's a very spicy, floral, warm, citrus, tropical fruit style fragrance that has a composition of opulence. It's one that feels like it's made for kings. It's one, without a doubt, one of the sexy profiles that I've talked about the last few weeks about how you can have a scent that has a lot of what is a sexy musk or a sexy cashmeran, very much so ambrette style of musk in the fragrance. It feels light, it feels effortlessly on the skin. You own the room when you wear it. It's just a room filler with 1 or 2 sprays with this particular scent. Now, something I'll say about that, it is a room filler. Many people don't pick up on the scent profile of the heavy musk that is in this one. But if you find someone that is attracted to you, that is very sensitive to that pheromone-inducing musk, and they pick up on it on your skin, they're going to tell you how great you smell. One of the reasons I put this on my skin in the last few weeks and last few days is specifically so. The oud in this one is a warm wood essence that meets citrus and florals. The way that the musk and spice composition envelops you is one of intrigue and seduction, and it is very much so great for evenings of 70 degrees, 65 degrees in the fall weather. Oud Extraordinaire was a surprise to me when I'd heard very much so a lot of negative things about. Got my nose on a sample, pulled the trigger, and I'm almost 10 mil out of it already. It's a great scent profile for those who want that 50-55 split of unisex modernity to their wearing experience. Come on, flirtatious, sexy, and appealing. That's what this one is, and that's why it's on this list at the number 3 spot from 1 to 10. This is a great one. Number 3, number 7, depending on how I want to look at it. It's a great fragrance, Oud Extraordinaire from the House of Roja Parfums. Get your nose on a sample. Do not go out and blind buy it. You have to be safe in the way you wear your fragrances. You want to feel safe in how you wear your fragrances. Get a sample of it. It's not a fragrance for everybody, but it has nuances that everyone can feel and have appeal to. Get your nose on it. This is Oud Extraordinaire, or Aoud Extraordinaire, from the House of Roja Parfums. Next on the list is a valiant, sexy fragrance. That is one of those fragrances you hear guys who've had great experiences in wearing perfumery. You talk to us, we talk back to you, we have these great conversations, and you'll hear us tell you about a fragrance that not many talk about. And we put these on lists not just for you to have something to purchase with our name, to staple to it, to say thanks to. It's more about letting you know that I found something that is very sexy, very sensual, and very much so worth the cost to purchase. This one is Écrin de Fumée by the House of Serge Lutens. Serge Lutens is a fragrance brand that has a lot of character-driven fragrances that are just mysterious, magnetic, energetic, smooth, woody, resinous. They have everything. And this is one of those fragrances that has that in spades. Écrin de Fumée is tobacco, chocolate, and incense. When I tell you, you cannot go wrong. If you're one who wants to be the smoldering, mysterious man in the room, or just sexy, seductive, you cannot go wrong with the way that this one smells on your skin, especially when it's a 55 degrees or cooler type of night. If you are a person that loves the scent of Les Indémodables Vanille Havane, you are barking up the correct tree when purchasing this particular fragrance from Serge Lutens. While not a one-to-one, of course, it's just a very, very particular remnant of that particular scent that came out. And this one is just as similar in the way it goes off: mysterious, flirtatious, hazy, smoky, sexy, seductress, I should say, type of fragrance. It whispers. It has this great appeal to it. It's one that when it wet on your skin, 6 sprays, 4 hours into it, someone's going to lean their head on your shoulder and tell you how sexy you smell. This was just smoking silk. That's what it is. Cacao, tobacco, and a nice touch. It has this little bit of like a jasmine florality to it that's not listed in the mineral or the list, but you can smell it in the background. And that jasmine really plays a wonderful, wonderful trick on the skin, the way it blossoms and blooms off of it. And it's not, don't take it as a jasmine like a white floral scent. Take it as that that ethereal reflection, man, kind of clean air to it. But it wears off and it wears into the skin. Like I said, sexy, adult fragrance for men to wear. That is just alluring fragrance to get on your skin. Get your nose on that. That is Écrin de Fumée from the house of Serge Lutens. Let's continue down the yellow brick road of success when it comes to alluring, intriguing, and seductive fragrances. This here is Atelier des Ors Lune Féline. You've seen these bottles. You've been enamored by these bottles. When you put these on your shelf, women become enamored with these bottles. But ultimately, we want them to be enamored with the way our skin and body smells with these beautiful fragrances. This one is seduction. It's warm vanilla wrapped in cinnamon, balsams, and musk. And it just sends you to a higher level. It's a glow on your skin. It's a sexy, intimate, intriguing fragrance that I think once you get it on, it becomes dangerously addictive. It's very, very sexy. Year after year, time after time, you're going to see this one on list everywhere, and you're going to know exactly what you have on your skin that smells sexy. Now, they have a fragrance in this brand that is just, when it comes to the appeal of a fragrance, the appeal of a note, when it comes to vanilla and resins, you are picking the right one for yourself when you're picking about Lune Féline from the house of Atelier des Ors. Get your nose on this particular scent. One of my favorite from the brand. You got fragrances like Rouge Soleil that came after this one that has a lot of dates in it. It will fit right into this category, but I'll save that one for a list down the road. For now, Lune Féline from the house of Atelier des Ors. Sexy, appealing seduction. Next up, let's talk about a spicy, sweet fragrance with a whole lot of swagger. When I opened this list up, I talked about flamethrowers, heat makers. This one here, Atlas Fever, apropos for the name. It is a sexy fever pitch of spices, woods, oak wood, sexy cinnamon balanced with like maple syrups, and a whole lot of sexy, sexy tonka bean. This one is a fragrance that comes in with a heavy, heavy touch of bass notes and just becomes a rhythmic touch to your skin and your profile. If you're a person who wants to take your lady out to a jazz lounge, if you're a person that wants to take your lady out to dinner dates, if you're just a young gentleman who wants to smell sexy, alluring, and provocative, this one here is a modern beat when it comes to that particular scent profile. It's a standout fragrance in cooler weather and cooler nights. It's the one that, like I said, when I want to wear a Tonka wrench fragrance, there are several in my collection that really touch up an actual beat when I'm doing that. There are things like Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. That tonka bean in there is very fresh in the way they used it with the musk and citrus. But imagine that tonka bean, that sexy, sexy alluring tonka bean with the oak wood and pink pepper spice. That's what you get in this one. Make it really, really bass heavy. Atlas Fever. It's one of those fragrances you will come on, you'll smell it, you say, oh, the simplicity in that is maybe just too simple. But the complexity of how the base notes in this unfurl on your skin for a 2 to 3 hour time span and then become very, very, very attractive if someone, especially if someone loves tonka. If they love tonka bean, this is the one for you. If you love tonka bean, this is the one for you. This is Atlas Fever from the brand of X Nihilo. Get your nose on it. Next up, let's talk about the brand of Carner Barcelona. Another one of those fragrances, like I said, from Serge Lutens, the Écrin de Fumée. This one here is Carner Barcelona Elborn, a fragrance that I stumbled upon. Sexy, sexy, honey, heliotrope, creamy, creamy fig, resinous, dry down. You want to talk about the dry down of a fragrance, a smooth blend of sexy, sensual vanilla, balsams, sandalwood, and just a smooth musk. I once deemed this as the ultimate by Killian Angel Share's killer. Made a video about it just because when I picked up Angel Share, and I said, wow, you're going to talk about a boozy fragrance that smells creamy, magnetic, sexy, and sensual with a great amount of balance to it. I couldn't get this out of my mind. I couldn't get it out of my mind how many people did not know about this one. It's just that good. It's one, if you want to think about the stroll through Barcelona streets when you're taking your girl to Spain or taking your girl on the Mediterranean, you have a cool evening, this one here. Very distinct in its musk accord with traditional meets edgy, modernity meets old world. Everything you love about a fragrance going forward that you've been introduced to in the last 2 years, you will love about this particular scent as well. Boozy, sweet fig, sweet honey, some floral touches, but ultimately vanilla, balsamic, sandalwood in the base. Can't get enough of it, won't get enough of it. Elborn, you've seen it. Just make sure you get your nose on it. Great fragrance from the house of Carner, Barcelona. Next up, we're talking about the ooh-wee type of fragrances for sure. This is Symphonium from the house of Xerjoff. This is a part of their Stone 1717 collection. This one has been out for years, has come through both bottled variations for this particular scent. It's one, it's another one of those fragrances where I don't know why it has not been deemed one of the best out there when it comes to a certain scent profile, especially masculine gourmand scent profile. Dark chocolate blended with oud, nice Mediterranean mandarin oud, mandarin citrus. That the citrus just sparks all throughout this fragrance, along with a Belgian chocolate that smells decadent, but it smells cosmopolitan and it's rich. And it creates this indulgent feel to it that wraps you in almost this sexy mystery because of the way that the oud comes across on this one. Best of oud when it comes to a profile, not the dank, dark. It's a sexy, sultry, woody profile that Xerjoff is known for. Because they carry everything when it comes to oud. They have the dank, the dark, the funk, the cheese, the barnyard. Then they have the sexy that you will smell in Alexandria too, where it's very much so just a sultry type of fragrance. If you're talking about having a late night, intriguingly seductive fragrance for yourself to go on your skin, man, get your nose on this late night luxury bottle fragrance. This is Symphonium. 3 layers: mandarin, chocolate, and oud. That's all you need to know. When it goes on the skin, it is phenomenal. Next up on the list, you got an after work affair, you got an after dark affair, you got an after anything affair. The first thing you will understand when you smell this one, this is amber to its best. This is one of the best amber floral rich fragrances. Next up, you got an after work affair, an after dark affair, however you want to see it, however you want to play it, however you want to put it. Intensely, intriguingly seductive Parfums de la Nuit from the house of Roja Parfums. Smoky, amber, floral rich, exotic resins, cacao. It's a luxury fragrance that is just bold, unapologetically sensual, and made for your nights on the town. When you want the world to recognize you, you wear a fragrance like this. It's so super seductive. This trio of fragrances, I did a list on it, I think last year. 1, 2, and 3 have a very minute difference, but that minute difference in the way that they come off on the skin is just a luxurious amplification of sexy, sensual, and alluring. That's the way I could put each one into a category. This one is the sensual. It is very, very, very well wearing on the skin for men. The cacao comes out of this one with that spicy resinous feel of high energy spices. In the mid, then it just wears to the base with the cacao, and the energy that comes off the mandarin in this one as well is like an orange concoction. Just a phenomenal, luxurious scent. So you have the coin and you have the ability to go out and find this before it's off the market, because they have discontinued this line. Parfums de la Nuit number 2 is a very remarkable, luxurious, bold, and like I said, unapologetically sensual, masculine, sweet, warm, ambery fragrance that you will just fall in love with. That's amber, that's sweet, that's de la Nuit number 2. Really, not often do I bring out a fragrance that I had not sampled and talk about it on a list. And this one was a blind buy. And I'm actually, while I am a person who critiques blind buys critically, I do know when I blind buy something, I am putting myself out there to be either happy or disappointed. And more often than not, I'm disappointed. The way this one smells. Now, I talked about Tonka earlier. Tonka rich, musk fruit rich. And it's man, if you are a person, like I stated earlier, you won't see the great amount of difference between this one, sexy, appealing, fruity, tropical, takes of wood, sensuality, romance, bottled. You won't see much of a difference between this particular scent and Oud Extraordinaire other than the price point. So when you talk about fragrances that are just sexy, they wear well, they play well, they don't play it safe, they play it sensual, they have a story to tell, they make you unforgettable. This man makes fragrances that just do that just with the utmost amount of respect from me. He has Altair, he has Angel Share, he has the scent that I've been railing about, Calle Ocho, he has head-turning stunners. And Drunk Lovers from the house of BornToStandOut has come in, and just like I said, a blind buy that I felt like I had to put on a list, and it wears with just the craziest amount of rich tropical fruit musk that dries down to the sexy, woody, almost boozy, spicy, unpredictably scent that's just sensual. I had to put it on this list. I had to let you know that it was out here. Just a phenomenal wearing fragrance that I can't get enough of after getting on my skin the last couple of days and just having fun with it, going out with it, having a great Wednesday with it, going out to a little brunch, or lunch I should say, and just having a little flirtatious going about with the scent. It smelled great. I got compliments and I had to bring it to you to serve it justice, because Drunk Lovers, just that quick, just in an instant, got your boy the compliments that he wanted from a fragrance. That is Drunk Lovers from the house of BornToStandOut. Get your nose on that. My guy, Aoud Mizrahi Kashani. I hope I'm saying that right. I keep on saying it because it keeps getting mixed up. But Aoud Mizrahi Kashani. Great perfumer. When we talk about sweet fragrances that go off well in the evening time, especially toward the fall wear, the guy is doing something different. And he's hitting it right bullseye. Flamethrower, heat maker, intensely, intriguingly seductive. Get your nose on that from the house of BornToStandOut. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys had fun with this list. I just had to show you guys real quick. This Calle Ocho, another one from the gentleman that made BornToStandOut, Drunk Lovers. It's a phenomenal fragrance. I had it right here by me and could not resist just putting it on your radar for a seductive, intriguing fragrance that just smells sexy as hell. It's one that deserves its praise because I've been wearing it just as much as anything else in my collection. Having fun, enjoying it. It's a little bit close to Angel Share. It's on that beaten path of Angel Share, but it is very, very rich. It's an extrait, smells great. Had to put it on this list as just an honorable mention. So if anyone tells you a different story about any of these fragrances, I'll tell you this. Take your own nose, take your own sensibilities and see what it is. Intriguing, seduction, seductively seduction, unforgettable presence. Gentlemen, you know what it is. It's all about the fall. It's all about sex appeal. It's all about spices, vanilla, woods, rums, cognacs, sexy sense appeal, intriguingly seductive fragrances that we want to wear on our skin going forward in the fall nights. As always, you guys understand that collecting is legacy, community is culture, and we here at the Dry Down are the culture. I love you guys for watching this channel. I love you guys for the support. Thank you as always. Shout out to everybody that's clicking in, subscribing to the channel. Until next video, you guys stay bold, stay balanced, and of course, keep enhancing. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.